One of the very indicators I showed you in my previous video, the 5 best indicators for trading boom and crash, is the MACD indicator. The MACD indicator is one among the very few indicators that tends to tell you the future. So we will simply go to insert indicators, MACD, which is an oscillator. We maintain 12, 26 and 9. Then from here, what we are going to do with the MACD EA is that we're going to both buy and sell. But at the same time, if you require that I separate the MACD, because this is boom and crash, and also it's not as volatile as the volatility markets are, so you might want me to separate the buy markets from the sell markets, that is the boom from the crash. So maybe you want MACD boom or MACD crash, then you let me know. But aside that, this one I'm going to share with you on my Telegram page, which is the MACD EA, trades both buy and sell. That means it trades both the spikes and the trends. So what I'm going to do is simply, okay, let me just maintain it this way. We are not going to take a trade. Well, we might, the bot might take a trade, but okay, anyway. So what do these things mean? You leave this untouched, and this is the MACD, the signal line. The first settings you see represent the signal line of the MACD. The signal line is this red line, and the main lines are the blue lines. So when the signal line crosses above the MACD at this point, at this particular point, okay, it means what is crossed above, crossed below. So at this point, the bot is going to sell and it's going to hit TP definitely at this point in time, and then at this point it's going to buy. So you realize that this spike made the MACD decrease. Okay, it made it decrease in length, the MACD main line. So at this point it's going to buy and expect more spikes. In other sense, it's going to expect a retracement. So sometimes you have it working, sometimes for this, for instance, okay, a bot here is going to buy here and it's going to pick this spike. It's going to trade this spike, and at this point in time it's also going to buy. It's not always that when a spike occurs it buys, but then there are some cases where when a spike occurs it's going to buy. So at this point you have a buy, so it's going to hit SL, it's going to hit a stop loss, but then it's going to buy again and recover quite an amount. Okay, if your TP is also high, it might get touched at this point. So we'll drag our MACD EA on the chart. The first portion of the settings goes for the red line, which is the signal line. I'm trying to expand this. You leave this untouched. So 12, 26, 9, that's what I showed you when I first opened the MACD indicator. Apply to close price. You can always change it to whatever price you want. The time period is 1 minute. Then this is for the main line. So when the signal line, which is 12, 26, 9, crosses, this is a sell first. Okay, so when it crosses above, the main line, which has this setting, okay, it should buy with this lot size under 1 minute time frame. Should buy with this lot size. Sorry, you should sell with this lot size. And this is the stop loss, this is the TP, and this is the crash 1000 boom 1000 market. So with 1,000 markets your TP should have about 4 zeros, but when you are using this on boom 500 or crash 500, you can reduce both by 2 zeros. Okay, reduce both by 2 zeros if you are using it on the 500 markets. You can also adjust to your own preference. And then for the bottom settings, when the signal line crosses crosses above the main line, is going to buy. So the first portion is going to sell, the second portion is going to buy. Close price 1 minute. Yeah, so this is simply signal line crossing crossing below the main line in order for a buy to be executed, and for the top signal line crossing above the main line for a sell to be executed. So the same thing, stop loss take profit. And just as I said over here, if you're using on the 500 markets, you're supposed to decrease these two this by 2 zeros. And the same here. When you're done, you can save your setting. You can click save and save it, or you just check your algo trading, click OK, and you are good to go. So you turn on your algo trading, and immediately this signal line crosses below the main line, which is the blue, is going to place a buy and expect a spike. So if you want your MACD to trade, so this is what happens. It just bought. Why? Because the MACD has moved above and the signal line has crossed below, so it's going to buy. But if you want your MACD EA to be separate, if you want the sells to be separate from the buys, I'll also do that, and I'll put it on the page. I'll customize that so that if you want it, if you test it on your demo and it works fine for you and you want it, you let me know, and then I'll send you the live one at a cost. So as you can see, we have the signal line crossing above the main line, thereby placing a sell. I'll zoom in, and then you see, cause it just a little bit, and we have a sell placed, and then you can see our TP and then our SL at the top. TP and SL at the top. Very simple. And then for this, you see that as the signal line crossed above the main line, a sell was placed. I'll zoom in. A sell was placed when the red crossed above the blue, and then we have the TP and the SL right there. Very simple. Like this video, share and subscribe, most importantly, for more fresh content that I'll be bringing your way. Bye.